Hey y'all, this is Southern Woods here. Welcome back to another video. Streaming services. Maybe you use them. Netflix, Hulu, Prime Video, Peacock. There's a bunch of them, and they all have separate subscriptions. It makes watching what you want to watch possibly very difficult. Maybe you have strong negative opinions towards these streaming services. Maybe you're pretty fond of them. Let me know in the comments below. In this video, via the magical bowl of categories, we're going to figure out which streaming service brand is the best. Which one you should definitely be subscribed to. There's 11 different categories, each worth 1 point. These brands will go head to head, all right? And whoever will get first to 3 points will move on to the next round. If you're a little confused, just watch for a few minutes and you'll get the hang of it. You'll understand what the deal is. All right. We have 12 seeds of streaming services going head to head. The first play-in matchup is between the 9th seed Sling TV against the 8th seed Peacock. Let me know. Do y'all use any of these? We're going to roll the magical bowl, and the first category drawn is going to be 3. Category 3 is going to be premium subscription. What is their most expensive subscription, and how does it compare to one another? Which one's cheaper? So, for example, Peacock, their premium subscription is $14 a month. Not too bad. Sling's premium subscription is $46. All right, Sling actually has a baseline. There is no premium or cheaper one. But regardless, Peacock, cheaper there, they're going to get the first point. And again, first to 3 points, we'll move on. The next category is going to be 4, going from 3 to 4. Category 4 is going to be my personal preference in the matter. I got to add my opinion in there. I've used both of these, but I gravitate towards Peacock because they have like the NBC shows. They have Sunday Night Football. So for me, I like Peacock better. They're going to go up to 0, threatening to sweep Sling. The next category is going to be 6. Category 6 is going to be family plan. So which has the better bang for your buck plan for your family? Let's look over here. And I have a notes page, so don't mind me if it takes me a second to get to one of them. So Sling, all right, you can have 1 to 3 streams simultaneously, depending, all right? They have affordable live TV options and add-on for kids. So, all right, there's something there. Meanwhile, with Peacock, they have a lot of family-friendly options compared to other competitors, but limited compared to other competitors. And you can also have 3 simultaneous streams. However, it's cheaper than Sling altogether. So I'm going to give the nod here to Peacock. They're going to go up 3-0, sweeping Sling TV and moving on to the next round. Sling, you've been slung out of here. All right, so that's kind of how these matchups are going to go. The next one, the next play-in matchup before we get to the final 8, which is what the next round will be, is the 5th seed YouTube TV, which I heard they've increased their costs once again around the time of filming this video, against the last seed Fubo. So let me know if you all use any of these. We're once again going to start with category 3, actually, which is going to be the premium subscription cost. For YouTube TV, that's about $100 or so a month. Meanwhile, for Fubo, $110. Fubo may be actually slightly pricier if you get the premium version, so YouTube TV is going to get the nod here. All right, next up, we have category 10. Category 10 is going to be anime selection. All right, a lot of people these days are getting more and more into anime, so they may be looking at the variety of anime that these streaming services provide. So let's look between Fubo and YouTube TV. Fubo focuses pretty much entirely on live sports. All right, that's the type of streaming service they are. There's almost no anime offerings. YouTube TV, there's not a dedicated anime selection. However, you can buy and rent some animes via YouTube TV. So I'm going to give the slight nod here to YouTube TV. They're going up 2-0. Next up is category 4. All right, so we're running up category 4 again, which is going to be my personal preference. I've never used Fubo. Nor have I used YouTube TV, but I've heard some decent things about YouTube TV, and being a YouTuber, I'm going for YouTube TV. So we have 2 sweeps in a row to start off this tournament as YouTube TV moves on to the Great 8. Fubo, you are out of here. The next matchup we have is the 11th seed Apple TV against the 6th seed Paramount Plus. First up, we have Category 6. Once again, getting Category 6. First time getting Category 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, second time getting Category 6. And that's going to be the family plan. My apologies, I don't know how to count. All right, Paramount offers a solid library of kid-friendly shows like SpongeBob, Paw Patrol, plus live CBS content for parents. You can have 3 simultaneous streams, kid profiles, and downloadable content. And it's about $12 a month for a family plan, so not bad for Paramount Plus. Apple TV is a smaller but growing library of high-quality family content. Some ones that I haven't heard of personally. Affordable for families on a budget. It's about half the price of Paramount Plus for a family plan, and you can have 6 simultaneous streams at one time. So I'm going to give Apple TV the nod here. They go up 1-0. All right, next up we have is Category 9. My 9s have lines. I know that's not how you're supposed to do it, but that's how I've always done it. So we're going to the sports section. Which of these streaming services has a better selection of sports? All right, Paramount Plus, known for its CBS sports coverage, including NFL games, NCAA March Madness, and soccer. So strong for fans of football and soccer. Meanwhile, Apple TV, they have exclusive rights to the MLS season pass and some occasional MLB games. So if you like some baseball and some soccer, that's cool, but it's not as much as Paramount Plus has to offer. So Paramount going to get a point here, tying it up 1-1. Next up, we have Category 11. Category 11 is going to be education. So the variety of documentaries and educational material that these streaming services have. Apple TV has a growing library of high-quality documentaries like Prehistoric Planet and The Elephant Queen, focused on polished, visually stunning educational productions. Limited in quantity, but very strong in quality. What about Paramount Plus? It includes some CBS News documentaries and 60-minute specials, which is good. But their educational content is more focused on news-focused education than it is like documentaries and stuff like that. I'm going to give the slight nod here to Apple TV. They go up 2-1. Now we have Category 1, which is revenue, what they're seated upon. Apple TV has a $1.5 billion revenue, and that's second to last seed, so you can see how lucrative these streaming services are. Paramount Plus, $6.7 billion in revenue, so they're going to get the point here, about 5 times more money, and they're going to tie it up 2-2. Next up, we have Category 8. So we're getting a good bit of variety now. Category 8 is going to be original content. So which streaming service has the best variety of original content that they have made? Let's check it out. All right, Paramount Plus has some franchise-driven originals like Star Trek Discovery, 1883, and some Yellowstone spinoffs. It's building its own original library, but it's still being developed. It's not super big yet. Meanwhile, for Apple TV, high-quality originals like Ted Lasso, Severance, The Morning Show, and Foundation, they have a lot of well-known original content with some good quality and quantity. So Apple TV, I think, is going to outdo Paramount Plus here. Moving on to the Great 8, Paramount Plus. You put up a fight, but you are kicked out. You are out of here. All right, so now we are in the Grade 8. Almost. We have one more playing matchup. What am I doing? Next up, we have the 7th seed Hulu against the 10th seed Starz. Hulu pretty popular, but only in 7th place based off of revenue. We're going to start out with Category 5. I know that's a funky 5. Category 5 is going to be the logo preference here between Hulu and Starz. Starz, pretty boring, pretty basic. The color's okay, but Hulu, I love the contrast between the black and the green. For that reason alone, I'm going to give them the point here. They go up 1-0. All right, next up is category 2. Category 2 is going to be base subscription price. So the cheapest subscription you can get, which one is cheaper? For Hulu, that's $10 a month. All right, not too shabby. All right, and of course, that's with ads. Meanwhile, for, what's the other one that we said? Starz. Starz base subscription is $11 per month, $1 more. That's going to hurt them because Hulu's going to get the point here. They're up 2-0, threatening to sweep the Starz. Next up, we have subscribe. If you want to see more of these type of videos, outdoor videos, food reviews, hit that subscribe button and join the Southern Woods community. Let's re-roll. All right, next up we have, of course, back-to-back like. If you like this video so far, hit me with that like button. But for real, though, we have category 7. Two are stuck together. I'll stick the one that's behind it back in the bowl. Category 7 is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Movie and show variety. So movies and TV show library. This means we've officially hit on all of the categories, which is cool. So which one has more? Let's look at Starz first. They're good for specific shows and movies like Outlander and Power, but their library is much more limited compared to most of these competitors. Hulu's strong library of TV shows via Fox or FX and ABC, a blend of popular movies and niche indie films. They have a huge library for movie buffs and TV show enjoyers alike. So Hulu is going to get the sweep here on Starz, beating them 3-0. Moving on to the grade 8. Starz, it wasn't written in the stars. You are out of here. All right, next we have the grade 8 now. The first matchup is going to be the number 1 seed Prime Video against the 8th seed Peacock. The first category, a tough one to roll, is going to be number 1, which is revenue. Prime Video has a $40 billion revenue. Insane. It's about 10 times as much as Peacock with a $4.8 billion revenue. Prime is going to get the first point here. The next category is going to be category 9. Category 9, of course, being the sports. Which is going to be better for sports? All right, Prime. They're getting in there, all right? They offer Thursday night football and some WNBA games with some add-ons as well, but pretty limited compared to about half of the other competitors on this list, including Peacock, which has NBC sports content, including Sunday Night Football and Olympics coverage, growing sports library in the Peacock department. So Peacock going to get a point here, tying it up 1-1. Next up, I have category 10. Category 10 is going to be the anime selection between Prime and Peacock. All right, Peacock has very little anime presence and not a library dedicated to anime that I could see. Prime Video, though, has a pretty decent anime library with well-known series like Vinland Saga and some exclusives as well. So there's a mix of classics and newer shows with a decent library of anime for Prime Video. They're going to get the nod here, going up 2-1. All right, next up we have category 6. Category 6 is going to be the family plan. So which has a better option for the family? Peacock. All right, there's, as I said, they got some Curious George, Minions, decent family-friendly options, 3 simultaneous streams for about $12 a month for the premium version. For the family version for Prime, they have a vast content library, including family-friendly options, but it's harder to navigate, and the membership also includes other perks like free shipping, which is cool because, you know, Prime Video, you also have Amazon Prime with you. 3 simultaneous streams, but only 2 can watch the same title as once, and it's about $15 a month. You could go either way, but based off my notes and what I'm seeing, I'm going with Prime here. So they're going to beat Peacock 3-1, moving to the final 4. Peacock, sorry, my lights are, I don't know, they're very vibrant right now. Peacock, you are out of here. Next matchup in the grade 8, we have YouTube TV, the 5th seed, versus the 4th seed, Max, formerly HBO Max. Again, starting off with the number 1 seed, number 1 based off of seedings. Revenue, Max $7.7 billion in revenue. YouTube TV, 7.5, about a $200,000 difference. Max is going to go up 1-0. All right, next up we have Category 5. Category 5 is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My logo preference in the matter between YouTube TV and Max. YouTube TV is okay. I like the red, white, and black color scheme. Max is a little bit more simplistic, but in like a good natural way, and I like the color of the font. So I'm going to go for Max here. They are up quickly 2-0. All right, next up we have Category 10. Category 10 is the anime selection once again between YouTube TV and now Max. YouTube TV, all right, there's not a dedicated anime presence, but you can buy and rent some anime movies. Meanwhile, for Max, there's the entire Studio Ghibli's collection in the US. So that's a massive draw for anime fans. Obviously, I don't know what that means. There's also some Crunchyroll titles available too for Max. So not a huge library, but there's more than YouTube TV. So Max is going to sweep YouTube TV 3-0. Moving on to the final 4, YouTube TV is out of here. Second to last grade 8 matchup, we have the 3rd seed Netflix against the second to last seed Apple TV. The first category is going to be 8. Category 8 going to be 11, 10, 9. Original content. I could already tell you this is going to be Netflix. They offer the biggest variety of original content. They're constantly pumping out original content, some of which very popular, like Stranger Things, excuse me. Apple TV has a decent original content library of their own, but not as big as Netflix. They're getting the first point here. All right, next up we have 2 are stuck together. Category 5. Category 5 is going to be the logo. Once again, I don't like the Apple TV logo at all, really. Netflix, the contrast between the black and the red is very nice, and it's very iconic. Netflix going to get the point here quickly, up 2-0, threatening the sweep Apple TV. Next, we have, the number 1 category based on seeding. Apple TV, $1.5 billion in revenue. Netflix, $9.8 billion. A good bit more. Netflix quickly going to sweep Apple TV, moving on to the final 4. Our last grade 8 matchup is going to be the 7th seed Hulu against the 2nd seed, big hitter here, Disney+. I want a really good roll to start out. It's going to be Category 2. Category 2 is base subscription. All right, so the cheapest one you can get for Disney+, that's $10 a month. For Hulu, that's $10 a month. So we have our first tie, so we have our first re-roll. And that's going to be Category 11, so which has better educational content? I'll be right back. All right, Hulu has a decent library of documentaries through their partnerships with FX and ABC News, include some popular documentaries and educational program, and they also have some overlapping content with National Geographic and Disney Plus shared to ownership. So if you can't read the room already, Disney Plus has all of National Geographic content, which is a major highlight with wildlife and environmental documentaries and programming. And there's also some family-friendly documentaries as well. They just have a much better library of educational content. Disney Plus going to get the first point here. All right, next up, Category 3. Category 3 going to be the premium subscription now. For Hulu, that's $19 a month. Disney Plus, you can get a whopping $160 premium subscription with all the bells and whistles. That's hella expensive. Hulu's cheaper. They're going to tie it up 1-1. Next up is Category 4, which is going to be my personal preference. Disney Plus just has so much more that I enjoy. Hulu's decent for some things, but Disney Plus, there's a lot more to it. So Disney going to get the point here. They're up 2-1. Next up, we have Category 7. Category 7 is going to be the movie and TV show offerings. Let's check this out. I think I know who's going to win on this one. but I'm not certain. Look, Hulu has a strong library of shows and TV shows, as we talked about. But Disney Plus, they have all of Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar. Very hard to beat. So Disney Plus, gonna get the point here. They win fairly convincingly, 3-1 against Hulu. Hulu, who knew? You are out of here. So we're on to the final four. Before we get to the championship, it's going to be best out of 5 now. So, or best out of 7. So first to 4 points, we'll move on to the championship. And lo and behold, it's the 1, 2, 3, and 4 seeds. Not too surprising with these streaming services. If you're still with me, let's find out together who's going to make it all the way. We have the number 1 seed, Prime Video, against the 4th seed, Max. The first category is going to be 4, which is going to be my personal preference. I don't use Max. Prime Video has been clutch for me recently, so they're going to get the first point here, going up 1-0. The next category is category 1, which is going to be revenue, which Prime far more. They go up to 0. Next up, category 5, which is going to be the logo. Let's look closely here. I don't want to mess this up. I'm going to give the slight nod here to Prime. I like the 2 different shades of blue. The smile face is pretty iconic, and there's a little bit more to it than Max. So Prime up 3-0 against first of 4, but they are threatening to sweep quickly. Next up, we have category 8. Category 8 being original content between Prime and Max. Let's check it out. As I said earlier, Prime has big hits like The Boys, The Marvelous Mr. Maisel, Reacher, The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. Actually, I didn't say that earlier. This is my first time reading that. So they have a large library with some original content. So not too bad. However, Max, prestige originals like Succession, The Last of Us, The House of the Dragon, all right, a consistent track record of high quality storytelling and original content. Not as much as Netflix puts out, but probably second best. So I have to give the point to Max. They won't be swept here. Next up, we have category 10. So now we are going to anime. All right, Max, as I said, they have some collections, all right, and some Crunchyroll titles too. Not a huge selection. Prime Video, a decent anime library with both well-known and some exclusives, a mix of classics and newer shows, as I said earlier, actually with this one. They just have a little bit more in their library and a good mix. So Prime is going to get the point here. They beat Max 4-1. Moving on to the championship. Was there any doubt, really? Max got 1 point on the board, but they're maxed out. All right. Next matchup, who will face Prime Video in the championship? Will it be the 3rd seed Netflix or the 2nd seed Disney Plus? We're going to start off with category 8. Category 8 is going to be, once again, original content. Disney Plus, you could make an argument for there, but Netflix, lots of original content, high output, and some good quality. The point goes to Netflix, 1-0. One Flew Out the Bowl. That's going to be category 10. So going back to anime once again. For Disney Plus, they've slowly expanded their anime catalog, particularly with Bleach and Star Wars Visions. So they're growing their anime catalog for sure. However, Netflix probably the second best anime, especially with a growing library of originals like Castlevania, Cyberpunk, The Seven Deadly Sins, and some classics like One Piece, Hunter x Hunter, as well as some other niche titles. So Netflix, really big in the anime department. They're going up 2-0 against Disney. We'll see what happens. Next up, we got category 5. Category 5 going to be the logo preference here. Disney Plus, solid logo. I love the font. There's some detail. I like the colors. But Netflix, I love the contrast. Just a little bit more with the red and black. It's a little bit more iconic. Arguably. This one's arguable. But I'm going with Netflix here. They go up 3-0, threatening to sweep the mighty Disney. They're not going to do it. Disney's going to get a point because they have $200,000 more in revenue. They get a point on the board. All right, next up we have category 9. Category 9 going to be the sports. All right, sports is going to be huge. Which has better in terms of sports? None of these are going to be big. All right, but Netflix has like no live sports. They are getting into it, as we saw with the Tyson Paul fight, as well as some Christmas NFL games. However, Disney offers ESPN Plus in their Disney bundle, and there's some original sports-themed films that they got. So I'm going to give them the nudge here, definitely to Disney. It's 3-2. All of a sudden, we have a matchup. Next up, we have Category 4. Category 4 going to be my personal preference. Disney Plus, they got a lot to offer. I ain't gonna lie. If you like Disney movies, they got you. However, we've been one of the original Netflix subscribers, right? Right once it came out, like, we had it. Netflix, man, we're really bored. They've been for us in a pinch. And I kind of like what they're trying to do with some different things. It's a tough one. But hey, I'm going to dethrone Disney. Netflix is going to the championship. They win 4-2. Hate me all you want in the comments. But this is my show, buddy. This is my streaming. As they click off. All right, we are in the championship. We have the first seed Prime Video against the third seed Netflix. Hey, can you blame me for not wanting to see a 1-2 matchup? I want to see a 1-3. Let's go. First to 4, once again, who will it be? We're starting with Category 3, which is going to be the premium subscription. For Netflix, $23. For Prime, $12. So you can access a lot more of Prime for cheaper. They go up 1-0. Category 11, going to be that educational content next. All right, Prime. They have a large collection of documentaries spanning across diverse topics, as well as some originals, like All In, The Fight for Democracy, and Generational Wealth, as well as some indie and niche educational films. Netflix, though, they have a very extensive educational and documentary selection, including Our Planet, Making a Murderer Explained, a wide range of educational topics, including science, history, and nature. I have to give the nudge here to Netflix. They tied up 1-1. Next up, Category 2. Category 2 is going to be the base subscription for Netflix, $7. The cheapest base subscription in this tournament. Prime, $9, but not as cheap. Netflix up 2-1. Ooh, do I smell a slight upset? We'll see. Category 7 is going to be movies and TV shows. Hey, Prime, they have an expansive movie selection and some originals and some premium TV shows. However, Netflix is the top dog in this category with original content, lots of movies, huge. That's what they're known for, right? They pioneered it, and they do have a bigger library than Prime. They go up 3-1, threatening to win this championship. Could all come down to Category 6, which are the family plans. So it all comes down to the families, all right? Live, laugh, love. Am I right? Let's check it out with Prime. They got some family-friendly options. 3 simultaneous streams, but only 2 of the same title. Questionable there. Netflix, excellent selection of family content, including some original content too that's family-oriented. Offers parental controls, separate kid profiles, 4 simultaneous streams if you have the premium family plan. So overall, I think there's just a little bit more for the families with Netflix. They're going to get a 4-1 win over Prime Video, dethroning the top seed. Netflix and chill. Netflix got the kill. Netflix has the bill. Netflix keeping it real. So, hit me with the like button if you like this. How do you feel about Netflix? Do you think they deserve to win? Are they the best in the streaming service industry? I want to hear what you have to say. And if you want to see more of these outdoor videos, stuff like that, as I said earlier, subscribe. Hit the Southern Woods community. If you made it this far in a 30-minute video, you might as well. I'll see y'all in the next one. Southern Woods out.